Happy Tuesday. Welcome back to another vlog. I'm so excited because the temperature has finally dropped over the last few days. I don't know if it's gonna stay that way because I live in North Carolina and you just never really know. It tends to stay pretty warm and it doesn't like truly cool down and stay cool until like January, which I am more than okay with. I moved away from the Northeast to escape the cold and snow and all of that. But I will say I love this time of year, fall, Halloween, Thanksgiving, and then Christmas. And it just doesn't quite feel right when it's like 90 degrees and sunny outside, you know? So we had a rainstorm last weekend and it's dropped the temperature down and cut the humidity. So now the highs are like in the low 70s, high 60s, which is nice because it's cool enough that I can like wear a cute outfit, but not so cold that I necessarily need a jacket. But I totally forgot that when I left, when was I here last Friday? I had to run out in a hurry because I was going to meet my friends for dinner and they were all already there. So I just flew out of here and didn't clean anything. So I'm gonna just do a quick little tidy before my first client gets here. Her appointment is in 6 minutes. I have 3 clients today and they're all returning clients and they're getting, for the most part, all easy things. Really nice to like ease into the week doing shorter things. And this week, and really the next few weeks, up until the week before Thanksgiving, these next few weeks coming up are a little bit more calm and chill. I'm not 100% fully booked up. And I have a few days where I only have 1 client on my schedule for the entire day, which is kind of nice because it gives me more time to get content. Because it can be tough when I have these full, long, back-to-back days thinking about capturing content and then editing and posting and that kind of thing. That just ends up falling to the back burner. And it also gives me time to just like enjoy the season and like have a personal life outside of work. And this vlog in particular is going to be really fun because it's going to be filled with lots of fall activities. But I'm going to see if my client is here. Just finished my first client and my second client's appointment was 8 minutes ago and she's not here yet. I haven't heard from her, so I just texted her. I always get worried because honestly, back in the day, especially when I worked at salons that had online booking, people would book an appointment. I would have no idea who they were, like new clients, especially at times when we didn't require like having a card on file or putting down a deposit or anything like that. People would just forget or change their mind and just not show up to their appointment, and no-shows were like, I don't want to say a regular thing, but they weren't like a super rare occurrence. But ever since I opened my suite, luckily, knock on wood, I haven't really had issues with that because there's like more of a process. Like people have to fill out a form first and it's just more detailed, and like I book their appointment for them, and I feel like having like more hoops to kind of jump through, you end up weeding out the people that like aren't serious about coming. And I don't require having a card on file. I don't take deposits. I I haven't felt like I needed to because I haven't had any no-shows. I only had one time, and it's been over a year now since I've opened, that I had a client, or no, I guess I've had 2 times now where clients forgot about their appointment, like ignored the confirmation or the reminder text, I guess. But both times they were for like really short, just like toner appointments. And like 30-minute appointment slots. So it really wasn't a big deal. And then I've had like a couple last minute cancellations, but every time they gladly pay the fee when they come back for their next appointment. So I haven't had any issues with people like abusing the cancellation policy or anything like that. So nowadays, when someone is late for their appointment and I don't hear from them, like they don't reach out to let me know that they're going to be late, I just get worried. Because I'm like, oh my God, did something happen? Did they get into an accident? Like, are they okay? Whereas years ago, I would have automatically just been like, oh, they're no-showing me. Great. So it's nice that things have changed. But I texted her. She got her appointment time messed up. But she said she is on her way, so it's all good. Luckily, I do have the extra time. And in a situation like this, depending on like how late they end up being, I would say like, okay, I'll still take you, but we have to cut some things out, or like you'll have to leave with your hair wet if I don't have time to blow dry it, or we'll have to skip the cut this time, or something like that. But I think it should be fine. I should have plenty of time to still do everything that she was booked for, because I was gonna have like a little bit of a gap between her and my third client anyway, so it works out fine. And now I can just do some laundry, fill up my water bottle. I bought a box of these Element electrolyte packets. They're so good, and they just make drinking water more enjoyable, to be honest. So I brought my big thermos so I can fill that with water, put this in there. But yeah, and this client is really, really sweet, so it's no big deal. I try to find that balance between still being understanding and being human, because like there's times when I mess things up or I'm running late, and I hope that people will give me that grace and understanding too. So I try to be human and compassionate and give people a break. But you also then don't want to like get taken advantage of and have people just like steamroll right over you and get sucked back into like the bad habits of being a people pleaser, which I talked about in the second episode of my podcast. So yeah, but like finding balance. So for clients that are regulars of mine that normally are wonderful and always show up on time and are, respectful and all of that, when there's like a true genuine mess up, like I'm not gonna be a hard ass. Anyway, I will show you her hair when she gets here. Oh, and actually there's a podcast episode that just got released today. The Not Skinny But Not Fat podcast. She has Kris Jenner on this episode. So I'm going to play that while I clean up and drink some water and get prepped for this next appointment. like throughout the week, I get so confused what day it is. And I never know the date. What is the date actually? Oh, it's October 15th. We're like almost smack dab right in the middle of the month, which is so crazy to think that October is already halfway over. And I think by the time this particular vlog is going up, it's going to be November, which is so crazy. It feels good though that I'm getting ahead on filming content. And yeah, like I said earlier, having this like slower phase right now where I just have a little more downtime and I'm not as busy with clients, it's just so nice. I feel like I can breathe, because it gets to a point sometimes where when it's super, super busy, I just feel like I am barely keeping my head above water. I was just having this conversation with one of my clients yesterday about how when you just have so much going on at once, you feel so overwhelmed and you're just trying to get through each day and you are surviving, not thriving. And you know, I'm grateful obviously for the times that I'm busy, grateful for the fact I have a roof over my head and that I have the life that I have and that I can support myself and be independent and all of those things, of course. But it is nice to just get a little bit of a break. And my body has just been so sore this week, I think from the workouts that I did earlier this week. And I've just been like having a hard time getting comfortable when I'm sleeping, and I'm constantly tossing and turning throughout the night. It's really just muscle soreness. It's like my whole upper back. So I need to just keep drinking a lot of water and make sure I'm stretching. I always take magnesium before bed. That is supposed to help too with muscle soreness. But it felt good being able to not set an alarm this morning. And of course, go figure, I feel like the mornings that I have an alarm set, I struggle to get out of bed, even if it's like 8 o'clock, 8:30. Well, today I didn't have an alarm at all and my ass was up at 7 o'clock, like wide awake, ready to get out of bed and start my day. So I've been up for the last several hours. It's 12:30 now. And it was nice to be able to drink my coffee and just have a slow, chill morning. And then I was doing some editing. I made an Instagram reel that I posted. And I feel like right now I'm really in my like creative brain space. And I love that because it really comes and goes in waves. Sometimes creating content becomes not as big of a priority, or it's just like something that I just don't really have the energy for. It just feels like too much, or I'm just like feeling blah and uninspired and I just don't really know what to do. I am completely out of ideas and I feel like anything that I do would just be like directly copying somebody else because I'm not personally feeling inspired and creative enough to like come up with my own ideas. So instead I would rather just like not post things at all. Like specifically when it comes to short form content on like Instagram and TikTok and stuff. All that to say, I had a nice chill but also productive morning, and now I am starting to get ready for my day. And I thought I would share how I'm gonna do my hair with you. First things first, let me brush through it because I have not brushed my hair yet today. So my hair is currently on day 4, I think, because I washed my hair on Sunday. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, yeah, this is day 4. I'm planning on doing a hair care routine video because I know I get asked about that a lot, and I'm going to share like all of the products that I am using currently on a regular basis and just my routine and how I have been able to extend my wash days so much, because especially lately, you know, I used to do like 2, sometimes 3 times a week I wash my hair, and now I easily just do it once a week. maybe twice a week if I really want it to be like fresh for a certain occasion or whatever. But most of the time I am going a full week between shampoos, and it stays pretty fresh in between for the most part. Like obviously it does get to a point where I will then do like a slick back style or wear a hat or something like that, but I can usually go a good like 5 days or so wearing it down and having it look pretty decent still. Right now, just as is, it's not great. Like you can kind of tell, I can feel my root area feels pretty oily and it's looking a little flat up there, but then my ends are like kind of poofy and frizzy. So we're gonna fix all of that, and I'm gonna do some beach waves because I figured this weekend I am gonna be going to the beach Friday night and then also Saturday afternoon, and there's no sense in washing my hair and having it be clean and fresh for that because I know how my hair gets, and if I'm near the ocean, that ocean breeze, my hair is just gonna frizz up, and it's, you know, if it's windy, it might get like sandy and kind of salty and all of that. So I'm like, it'll be better off if I just have my hair dirty for those days. So that's why I figure I'll just style it now and just rock the dirty hair for the next few days. And the beach waves are so good because I feel like it can disguise oiliness. Like you can't really tell because like you want your hair to have some kind of like grit look to it with this style. And also the longer your hair goes, like I like how the beach waves look day one, but then as time goes on, it just looks even better and better because they kind of fall and it gets a little messier and it just looks like more organic. I also want to film a podcast episode today, so I figure I'll have my hair freshly styled today and then it should last me through the weekend. So we're going to start with some heat protectant. This is the Kenra Color Maintenance Thermal Spray. I love this stuff because it's a heat protectant, obviously meant to be sprayed on hair that's already dry, because it is also a medium hold hairspray. So not only is it giving you the heat protection, but it's also helping your heat style hold better. So this is actually, well, it's clogged first of all, and it's also almost empty. Just run some warm water on this. Hello. Okay, well, maybe not. This is the thing about having my own salon suite, is that I have products that I like to use at my salon, and then I also have products I like to use at home, and sometimes I bring them back and forth, or I'll run out of something at home and forget, and yeah, so I cannot get this to unclog. And there's like barely anything left in it. Anyway, and I thought I had Olaplex oil here, but I don't. So I don't really have anything that I can use as heat protectant, but I did put a heat protectant on my hair when it was wet before I blow dried it, so I'm always good about that kind of stuff, so doing it one time without won't kill me or completely destroy my hair, you know? But yeah, I do really like this stuff and recommend, and I have it at the salon. I need to repurchase another bottle for home use though. Okay, so I'm using my Bedhead Away We Go waver. I love this thing. I have it set to 375 for the temperature, and I'm just gonna take a like medium width section. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't want to hold it for too long because I don't want the waves to look too harsh, because then it looks like really crimpy and artificial. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I like to leave the very ends straight. I just like the way it looks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And as you move down, you want to like follow the pattern. So wherever like the bottom indent is then where you want to start the next spot when you're moving down the section, if that makes sense. So that way you get like a nice, perfect S shape kind of wave. And it's all like uniform and connected. I'm just realizing now too, I don't think I have regular hairspray here. I only have it at the salon. So I was gonna say you could, like if you have really fine hair that has a hard time holding a heat style, you can hairspray each section as you do it, like while it's still hot. That'll kind of help it hold better. But my hair holds heat styles pretty well. And especially because it's dirty, like the dirtier it is, it usually holds better than like day one freshly washed hair. Oh wait, actually no, I do have like some texture spray that has a little hold to it. So after I'm done, I'll put a little bit of that in it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, when I got home from work last night, I watched a couple of movies. I've been trying to prioritize like watching horror and thriller movies and stuff. I mean, I love watching stuff like that all year long, but right now, with it being like Halloween spooky season, watching stuff like that just feels right, you know? So I watched a new movie on Netflix with Keira Knightley. I think it was called The Woman in Cabin 10 or something like that. That was pretty good. That was like a suspenseful thriller, not scary, but it was like, you know, there's like this corruption going on, and she plays a news reporter that goes on a yacht with these like billionaires and all of their friends, and she sees someone, or she thinks that she sees someone get thrown overboard, and she is freaking out about it, and they're trying to like shut her up basically. And you can't really, it's like kind of unclear like what's actually going on and what's true and what's not. And then you are questioning like, did she actually see someone, or is she losing it? Like, what was this, a ghost? Like, what's going on? But it was pretty good. And then I watched, I think it was called Watcher, not The Watchers. That's a good movie too, with Dakota Fanning. But this movie was a couple years old, and it had the girl from It Follows in it. I can't remember her name, but it was so good. Like, she is American, moves to Romania with her husband for his job, and she starts getting paranoid about the neighbor across the street. She feels like he is always looking through the window at her, but all she can really see is his silhouette. And then she starts getting like freaked out, thinking that this guy is following her, and she just has this like weird suspicion that it's the same guy that's looking at her through the window, but she doesn't really know for sure. And everyone around her is just kind of like, you're a little crazy, like you're paranoid, clearly. And same thing, like you don't really know what's really true or not. And it was really good. That was the last thing I watched last night before I went to bed, and I was just laying there like, oh my god, I want to watch that again like right now. And you know, when you finish watching something and then you immediately are like, I want to watch it again, you know that it's good. Let me know in the comments what movies or shows that you've watched recently that you would recommend. Especially, I love anything that's like a documentary, true crime, horror, thriller, suspense, psychological thriller, like in that genre. Love. I love something that like holds my interest and keeps me guessing the whole time. Anyway, so now that I'm on the top section, I'm gonna start the waves a little bit lower because I want to keep my root, like rather than having the waves come all the way up here and it be like really lifted at the root, I want to keep the root a little more flat and sleek because it just makes the whole look a little bit more, yeah, like polished, I guess is the right word for it. Like polished and more sleek and mature. We don't want this to look like Lizzie McGuire early 2000s crimp hair, you know? So I'm gonna start at them a little bit lower. I'm also gonna hold it at an angle, like pointing downwards a little bit, like not fully vertical, of course, but like a little bit slanted. So that way it like falls more naturally and just follows the natural head shape as opposed to like just having these horizontal, real artificial looking waves. And I'm also going to hold it for less time because I want the top section to be even looser and less defined than the rest of it. So we're just gonna do like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. See how that just like came out more loose? And then if that isn't enough, like if you have really coarse, resistant, stubborn hair and you need to hold it for a little longer, then you can obviously just go back over those spots and hold it a little bit longer. But for my hair texture, a 3-second count is perfect for the result that I am looking for. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so got the waves, but it's like giving dog. I always feel that way when I first do this hairstyle before I like mess with it. I just feel like I look like a dog. I don't know. Okay, so I'm gonna give it a second and let this completely cool before I start messing with it, because if you mess with your hair while it's still hot, it'll fall faster and also just get like poofy and frizzy. So let it just cool down and set first. And then we're gonna take some dry shampoo because it doesn't look too bad. Like doing this hairstyle instantly makes my hair look less oily. But I have a cowlick in the back that tends to separate when it gets oily. So that's always like a dead giveaway. And I want it to feel, you know, fresher. So I'm gonna use the K18 Air Wash Dry Shampoo. This stuff is magical. I've talked about it before. It is unlike any other dry shampoo I have ever used in my life. So I'm gonna just spray the very top. It literally sprays out like a liquid. It just feels like a wet spray. It's so weird. But it doesn't make my roots curl up. It doesn't leave a white cast. You're not getting product sprayed like all through the air. So I just go all throughout my roots, let it sit for like a minute or so, and then I go through and I just gently work it in. Just make sure it's like spread out. I can't, like, it's just so crazy. My hair literally just feels clean. Like, it feels like I just washed it and blow dried it. It's insane. Like, so good. So, so good. Because any other dry shampoo, even the ones that I really like, they work pretty well. Like, they make the hair look better, but like, it just feels like you have dry shampoo in your hair. This just feels like nothing. Like, you don't feel product in your hair. It's completely weightless, but it doesn't make it feel like dried out or anything. Like, it just, it is so good. Okay, so we did dry shampoo. Now I'm gonna do some texture spray. I believe this has some hold to it as well, but this is the Oribe Dry Texturizing Spray. Oh yeah, look at the body that gives instantly. Oh god, I gotta turn the fan on. Woo! Between those two products, this is going to last me easily. Watch, you'll see. It'll last me till the end of the weekend. Okay, now for the last thing I'm gonna do. This is a newer product. Sorry, let me turn that off now. This is a newer product to me, not a new product, but new to me. I've only used this twice so far. But I love Chris Appleton. He's a celebrity hairstylist. He does Kim Kardashian's hair, J-Lo's hair, like a bunch of people. And I love the way he styles hair. It's so good. So I've been really, like, I've always followed him and admired his work, but especially like more recently within the last year or so, I've been really looking into what products he uses and how he does his like signature styles on people. And this is one of the products that he uses when he's finishing hair. And I think he said he also uses this when he's doing like wet looks. But it's a really cool product. So this is the Color Wow Pop and Lock High Gloss Finish. It gives frizz control and UV protection. It comes out like that. It's like a thick gel and a little bit goes a long way. So literally just one pump, rub it between your hands. It just kind of helps tame the frizz and defines the style more. And then I don't like to fully brush through the waves with a brush because again, that can make it look frizzy, but as you're putting the product in, kind of just take your hands flat and kind of flatten the waves and pull them down a little bit to soften them. Cute! I love the style. Okay, well, thanks for getting ready with me. I'm gonna put a little bit of makeup on and then head out of here. I need to stop at Salon Centric because I have one client tonight at 4:30 and she's just getting her roots colored and a haircut. She's one of my regulars, so she's very quick and easy, but I don't have her color in stock. I completely ran out the other day, so I need to stop at Salon Centric to pick that up. I'm gonna also get a gloss for my own hair because it still looks pretty good right now, but I'm about to be due for one kind of soon. So I just want to have it so that I have it on hand. And then when it comes to doing my own hair, I just kind of do it whenever I have the extra time and the energy for it. So it's good to just have the color so that whenever the time comes, I have it already and I can just do it. And then I'm gonna film a podcast episode. But I'm actually running behind on time because I was blabbing so much while doing my hair. So I'm gonna finish getting ready off camera and I will see you when I get to the salon. actually doing perfectly on time because I wanted to make sure I was giving myself at least 2 hours to film the podcast, and I have like 2 hours and 15 minutes till my client's appointment, so that is perfect. There was traffic too on my way here. I think there was an accident because it was completely at a standstill, and then I put the salon address in my GPS just to see if like it was gonna be moving anytime soon, and it was literally telling me to turn around and just go a completely different way. So, yeah, I was a little nervous that that was gonna eat up a bunch of time, but it worked out. I got the color that I needed. There's other stuff I probably could have stocked up on while I was there, like other color for later in the week and next week, but I didn't have time to waste. And normally I like to do my inventory and like go through and see what I have and then see what clients I have on my schedule, and then I write down a list of stuff I have to buy, and I didn't do that. So I didn't have a list, didn't have time to like go through my phone and figure it all out in the store. So I just grabbed that color. I got my gloss 2 ABN from Redken Shades EQ. This is like basically black. And then I have 4 ABN that I already had here. So I think whenever I do my color next, I'll probably just mix the two together because I like my hair lately to be very, very, very dark, almost black, but not quite a true black, you know? So, but you can see like some of the ends are fading and they're looking a little bit red. Up here stays pretty good. It's just this like old hair down here, so I was gonna say eventually it'll grow and then I'll cut that off, but I think I want to like grow my hair super long again, so we'll see. I was looking at it today and I was thinking like it's kind of like right above my boobs now, so in another year it should be like down past my boobs, hopefully. That's exciting. But let me set up really quick. I'm not even gonna bother with the background. I'm literally just gonna set my camera up and start recording. It just makes the process faster and easier. And everybody was saying that they don't really care what the background looks like for the podcast because most of you guys are just like putting it on and then listening to it while you're doing other things, which I totally get. So I don't know. I just feel like I've been making content for so many years and specifically been on YouTube for so many years. And I used to get the most nitpicky, kind of rude, honestly, comments. I mean, I definitely would get like some mean hate comments. I just got so, I think, traumatized from that and so used to having to like overthink every little thing and kind of view it in the eyes of like someone that would be nitpicking everything that I do and say. So now I try to like get ahead of that, but I don't know, there's definitely been a wave of change I've noticed where I don't really get hate comments and nitpicky stuff anymore. Like everything's been very positive, which I'm very grateful for, but now it like makes me look so like paranoid and annoying. It's like just chill, do your thing, it's fine. Like I don't know what you're like so worried about, but it's just from the years of, you know, getting used to comments like that. So anyway, I'm trying to just do my thing and not care, because you know the people that really know me and get me and like me will like me and be supportive, and the people who don't, and that's perfectly fine. But it's not my job to try to pretend that I'm perfect and like make everyone like me, you know? So anyway, I'm gonna record. actually have extra time. I'm running early. I didn't even realize. That's a rare occasion. Hi, good morning. Happy Thursday. I'm feeling so good this week. I love having my schedule be a little bit more chill. I've actually been eating breakfast in the morning, which rarely happens. I normally go into work on an empty stomach, and I end up a lot of the times going all day working without eating. And I am just drinking coffee and energy drinks to get me through. But then it gets to a point where I get really jittery because I didn't eat any food. When you are just super busy, you get stuck in those ruts where you're just repeating these bad patterns, and you know that it's not good and you need to change your habits, but it's easier said than done sometimes. So it's nice to have this little break to sort of reset and get back into a healthier routine and healthier habits. And it's funny, I'm like, oh wow, I feel like I've felt so much better. I've been so much more energized, not getting headaches, not feeling jittery, not stumbling on my words. Like, I felt very clear-minded. It's literally just because I've been eating. I just need to be better too about meal prepping. But anyway, I am about to head to Pilates, and then I am going straight to work. I have 3 clients, all returning clients, so it should be a good day. And it's nice and sunny today, so that always puts me in a good mood. And I have my big thing of water with an element packet in it, so I'm gonna stay nice and hydrated. I will see you when I get to the salon. So excited! I came home to a package. I really hope that these look as cute in person as they did online, and I hope that they fit the way that I want them to. Fancy Vince Camuto boots. I ordered them online from Nordstrom. They were on sale. Actually, it's so funny. I was just scrolling through Instagram Reels a few days ago, and I came across this one, and it was a girl demonstrating the Gen Z way of getting like the perfect candid photo where you like do this. I don't know. Anyway, it was a video of her demonstrating that, but her outfit was so cute, and immediately I saw her boots and I was like, I'm dying. I need to know where those boots are. I have no idea who this girl is. I can't even go back and find the original reel because when I opened Instagram back up, it was gone. And I never followed her or anything, but I went to her page and I was like, I wonder if she has a like to know it. And she did, and she had the boots linked. But yeah, it's so funny. Most of the time, I guess. It takes me a while I'll like keep the tab open on my computer for a while before I eventually go and make the purchase. And I usually like to just wait and think on it. But this, no, I saw these boots and I was like, I need them immediately. Literally found the link to them and immediately purchased them. No hesitation. These are, oh, they're stunning. Oh my God, yes. Yep, they look just as beautiful in person. This lighting sucks, so it's not gonna pick up correctly, but it's the most beautiful, dark, like pretty much the color of my nails, like a dark reddish brown. They're like very structured. All right, let's see how they fit. The way that they were on the girl in the reel, she had very skinny legs and they fit really loose at the top, like very wide on her calf. And that's how they're meant to fit. Okay, I think these will be good. But they came in 3 different sizes, either regular, wide, or extra wide. And I feel like even the regular is kind of meant to be a little bit wider. So I was like, I don't know. My calves are pretty muscular, so sometimes boots can be a little tight around my calves. But I was like, I don't know if extra wide is gonna be too wide. So I just went with wide, right in the middle. I think this is gonna be good. Let me look in the mirror. Again, sorry that the lighting is not good, but it is what it is. But yeah, there's like a good amount of space. So even if I wanted to wear these with jeans underneath, I think they would be good. Like they're loose enough. And I don't know if I would have gotten the extra wide, if it would have like looked funny. Let me try the other one on. Yeah, I think these are perfect. Happy Friday! My weekend is about to start soon. I have one client. I have another client in the morning too, but she is my neighbor and has become a friend of mine. So, and she just gets her roots done, so it's like very easy. So, you know, it's technically work, but it doesn't really feel like it. And the client that I have coming in a few minutes, she's one of my regulars and I've been doing her hair for probably close to 2 years now. And she's so wonderful and a very calming energy, which is perfect. I feel like by the end of the week, my social battery just gets so depleted and I get to a point where I just have a hard time making small talk. And then I feel bad because I don't want it to come across like I don't care or that I'm like in a bad mood or anything like that and, you know, don't want to talk to my clients. But I don't know, it can be tricky to like focus on what you're doing and then also think of like, oh, what should I ask next? I know my introverts definitely get it. Let me show you my outfit though and my hair. I brushed it out because it was just starting to get kind of tangled, but you can see, like, I didn't touch up the waves at all. I brushed through it and then I just put a little bit of hair oil and it still looks pretty good and it feels pretty good too, honestly, for being almost a week. Because like I said, I last washed it on Sunday and it's now Friday. And I just put these little braids in the front just to do something a little different. And then I'm wearing this, it's like an oversized sweatshirt. It's also men's, and I also got it in a really big size, so it would be like really, really loose on me. But it's from Arrow. I love it. It's just so comfy and soft, and I like how big and loose and long it is, so I can wear it kind of like a dress. And I do have bike shorts underneath. I'm wearing some tights, and these boots. These boots I got a few years ago from H&M. I love them. They've been through so much over the last few years, like just wearing them in the snow, the rain. They're like a good, sturdy rain boot kind of material. So they are fully weatherproof, which is great because tonight I'm going to the beach. They are doing this concert bonfire kind of thing on Friday nights. And I'm excited. It's gonna be my first time going to it finally. Every single year, because it's a thing that they have been doing the last few years, just in the fall time. And every single year I've been saying I want to go and then I don't end up going. But that's why, as much as I wanted to wear my new boots, obviously, I don't want to wear them in the sand. and ruin them. So yeah, I like my outfit, feeling cute today, excited to do this client. So I will show you her hair when she gets here, and then we will head to the beach. Happy Sunday! I do a bad job vlogging on the weekends when I'm just doing like regular things. So sorry. But yesterday I went to the pumpkin patch that was on the beach after I finished my client, and it was fun. I just met up with my friends. We were just hanging out, catching up. I didn't end up getting a pumpkin. I do want to get one maybe next weekend. We mostly just kind of went for the kids, and it was cute. It was so nice. My friends brought their 6-month-old baby, and he's at that age where it's like every few weeks he just looks so different and develops and learns new things, and I hadn't seen him in a couple months, so it was just so cute to see him and see like how much bigger he is now. And then it was just chill. I came home and we just watched movies, and I went to bed kind of early. And then today I just hung out, talked to my mom on the phone, caught up with her, washed my hair. It feels good to have fresh, clean, smooth, sleek hair. Did my makeup, got dressed. I am loving my outfit. I can't wait to show you when I get to the salon, but I am heading over to my salon suite because me and a few of the other girls that work there are gonna get together and just do like a little quick, not like a full content day, but just gonna go for an hour or so, and we're just going to get pictures of each other and some little video and stuff, just stuff that we can use for our own social media. Yeah, so should be fun. And I'm wearing the new boots. I'm very excited. And then my boyfriend and I got tickets tonight to go to a haunted trail. So we're gonna do that tonight, obviously, once it gets dark. That's the plan for the day. So I'll see you when I get over there. Here's the outfits.